those Lupe Fiascos because that's what people aren't requesting, for one. And two, it's like, for back then in the 60s when everybody was fighting for something, they were fighting for change, they felt like they had something to fight towards. Now they feel like, oh, well, I have everything, so what am I fighting for? And then you have the media who you hear, you know, all the type of music that you hear. It's because I feel like now it's about a business. That's what sells. It's not about the music that makes you feel good anymore. It's how many people can I make dance to this record? How many people can I get to buy this record? That's why you hear so many songs and they all sound alike now. Because at the end of the day, people aren't concerned about, you know, I hope this song makes you feel good. It's I hope you buy this song and, you know, you put some more money in my pocket and you pay 99 cents for that iTunes download. And I think, I mean, that's what the main difference is when it comes to when you have music that Stevie Wonder or Marvin Gaye made to what you have now. When you hear, you know, Waka Flocka or something like that, like it's a totally a different atmosphere. People don't want the same things anymore, which, I mean, I'm not saying is okay, because I wish I had more artists like Lupe Fiasco and Common who are more mainstream, but because that's not what people want to hear, of course 92Q isn't going to be like, oh, okay, well, we'll play more Lupe Fiasco. Common's just going to have to wait his turn until he can make some more records, which is sad, but I mean, that's the harsh reality.
And everybody says it's a lost generation. And I said, if it's a lost generation, you got to ask yourself a couple questions. Who lost them?
Right.
And then who going to go find them? And when you say who lost them, we got to look at ourselves. You know, when I look at some of these young men with the pants halfway off their butt and they cussing and spitting everywhere and doing, and I say, hey, young man, I know your parents taught you better, but I can't say that now. I can't assume that their parents taught them better. And so if not us, then who? If not us, then who? Because I'm real clear that nobody's going to save our babies but us. And so there's a lot of misinformation out there, and what we need to do is re-educate them in the right way and to train them up. And so, I mean, I would just submit that, you know, that we've got to do a better job. We got to do a better job, and not just about my two daughters. It's not about just my nieces and nephews. We've got to go outside of that. But if you got to start somewhere, start at the crib. Start at home with your own, and the folks that they associate themselves with, then you can start with them as well, but they're lost. I mean, it goes back to, I won't say they're all lost, because we got some soldiers, some sisters in here that's doing some incredible things, but some of them are lost, and they need somebody to bring them back on the right.
Confused and clouded in the sky, like that's where the early sexualization of the youth comes into mind when Lil Wayne and the rest of the rappers are talking about sex and women and all that. It sounds sensationalized. It sounds intriguing. It sounds like I want that. You know, and if I didn't have that solid foundation, if I didn't have mama taking me to church, and if I have daddy keeping me straight and narrow, it sounds like something I want. And they capitalized on the weakness of not only the black community, but all minority communities, and they buy into it. And if, like you said, if who lost them? And even if we're not the ones to lose them, it's still our culture, it's our responsibility to go get them.
Like, they don't know exactly what's going on about it. What they know is from what they hear about the Kanye West or about Rihanna being into it. So they really don't even know what it is that they're doing or listening to or saying, because all they know is what my favorite rapper says. So I think that's when it comes to people they don't really know or take it serious about the Illuminati, because, you know.
I don't know. I maybe disagree on that somewhat, because I think that, again, the time that we're in, not only are the young people waking up, but humanity's waking up.
Right.
And Illuminati, then they set up the Council on Foreign Relations. They set up the Trilateral Commission. They set up all of these world governments. They set up on local levels, Agenda 21 at the UN. So all of this ties into the Illuminati's world agenda, one world agenda, in terms of, again, creating this not harmony, but disorder. They're creating more war. So this is what we see taking place. But once they've set up and established what it is that they would like to do, our young people today, years ago in the struggle, we didn't know about the Illuminati. We didn't know about the Council on Foreign Relations. We didn't know about the Trilateral Commission. We didn't know about non-governmental organizations. But young people today, they hear rappers talking about it. They hear brother who was with Mobb Deep talk about the Illuminati stole my mind, soul, and my body. They hear that. So then they want to know what is, Dead Prez talking about? What is Immortal Technique talking about in terms of this Illuminati? So I think more and more of our young people, and they're black, they're brown, they're red, they're yellow, they're white, they're getting on the internet, they're reaching out on Facebook, on Twitter, they're reaching out to the Professor Griffiths who's coming to town and talking about, again, the Illuminatis. They're asking, where can I find more information about the Illuminati? And they're teaching the adults about the Illuminati.
Right.
I get young people coming to me all the time. Some of them are institutions locked down. But their minds are free today because they want to know more about that. It may start as a fad, but soon, once they understand, again, that it's tied to the African principles, tied to our ancient Kemetic signs and symbols in terms of the pyramid, the all-seeing eye that they are throwing up in terms of, again, talking about the rockets in the house or the dynasty signs of the Rockefeller. But again, it's an Egyptian pyramid, which of course gives us power, which gives us strength. So, again, once the young people see that, you can make that connection for them. So it's incumbent upon us to, to kind of continue to seek that knowledge and to get that knowledge, because our young people are drawn to you when you have that knowledge. But if you don't have the knowledge, then you can't give it to them. Then you have to take them where they can get it. My grandmother, I would always say, she never would play the lottery until the state legalized it. You understand? So grandma would never get on the internet until the internet came into the house. So even if she don't know how to get on and go through that internet and be able to Google it, the grandchildren know how to do that today. So, I think that's what's very important right now as we continue this discussion on the Illuminati.
Ray, you said something when you made the statement that young people, once they found out that a certain artist was connected, remember she stated that, was connected to Illuminati, they started pulling away.
Yes.
I don't want to listen to that. And you made the statement, well, you didn't know it before, so why are you pulling away now? But think about that. If they're making a conscious effort to run away from something that they see as evil,
That's right.
that's positive.
That's right.
So the issue is, are they really bad?
No.
Are these young people bad?
No, that's
because
good.
I work with them in detention.
That's right.
And if I play a song,
Right.
they don't want to listen.
That's
no,
right.
I can't listen to that. He
listen.
worships the devil.
That's right.
Is what they say.
Yes.
So it's clear that they don't have an attraction to the devil.
That's right.
That they weren't listening to for this 2-year span because, they're part of the Illuminati. But once this whole Illuminati fad is over, they're going to go back and buy the same album with the same person who they said that they weren't going to buy it from, which makes me think, when it comes to the Illuminati, back then they were on it, let's say they're on it now, but I also when I listen to the lyrics of Jay-Z and stuff, he says stuff like, everybody wants to know what my Achilles heel is. Love, I don't get enough of it. All I get is these vampires and bloodsuckers. So it makes me think, okay, even though there's 1,000 facts that say that he could possibly be a part of the Illuminati, there's also could be 1,000 facts that say this is all the media saying that I'm a part of this and I'm not actually a part of this. This is what's being sensationalized because I'm the public figure that I am. So that's my question when it comes to, okay, yes, this is real. I do believe this is real, but at the same time, I do enjoy listening to this artist. I have my own opinion, I have my own thoughts, but do I have to stop listening to this artist because there's supposedly, allegedly, things line up that they're a part of the Illuminati? And when this whole thing is over, 5-10 years from now, am I not going to listen to him because, in 2012 I heard that it was a part of the Illuminati? No, I don't think that's real. Like, I don't think that's how this generation operates. I think it's very what's going on now. This is what I'm going to do, and then 2 or 3 years from now, when this isn't happening anymore, I'm going to go buy the next Rihanna album. I'm going to go to the next show, which makes me wonder not how real it is, but how much the media is involved in it and really puts us, the people, the buyers, as puppets for this.